It's a new kind of sport.
which can be played completely if the players are far away. And it's growing more and more nowadays because of the lockdown of the pandemic. And it's so expressive that a game achieved 1 million players playing at the same time. And a streamer here in Brazil, streaming a championship, achieved 500,000 people watch at the same time. Furthermore, that industries can move more than a billion in different areas, like hitting the games, prizes, championships, bets, and so on. If you are not convinced that it is the future of the sport, you should watch it.
The esports appeared the first time in the 70s, the Space War, one of the first computer games. It took place at Stanford in California. The players were the students, and the prize was a year of Rolling Stones magazine. Then, 8 years later, the Atari company created the Space Invaders Championship, but that competition was even bigger than Stanford's one. 10,000 players were there.
However, those competitions were just the beginning. In the 2000s, cybercafes became more famous because of the improvement of the technology, mainly for the internet. People could connect with each other, organize events, and so on. In 2000s, had 10 championships, and they were emerged famous organizations like World Cyber Games, Intermasters, Major League, and the first international organization was released and was idealized by Four Kings, Fnatic, MIBR, Mouse Sports, and so on. The main games were Counter-Strike 1.6 and Quake. The prices become higher. The Major League paid $50,000.
Nowadays, that industries move billions of dollars a year. A championship of Dota's game paid to the last winner one amount of 34 million in the internationals of 2019. One stood made by people who used to bet on conventional sports were also bet in sports too. The bet was around 14 billion just in the first trimester of this year.
The pandemic just contributed for this kind of sports. The most part of the conventional sports needs the human contact that is impossible nowadays. And the sports not necessarily need this. So the games start to be more relevant. And here in Brazil, the streamer Gaules got 500,000 people watching it at the same time. It proves that these competitions are more famous and more popular nowadays, and is growing more.
Thank you so much and bye.